Greetings everyone. I trust you're all well. Welcome back to another episode. If you're new on this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and like the video. Watch until the end of the video on this best setups for this week, right? Best setups for this week. So currently the time is 26 November, 56 minutes after 10, right? So I'm analyzing the potential or best setups for this week, right? So currently, before we do anything, I'm on the daily time frame. Actually, it's the weekly time frame. I'm on the weekly time frame on the US dollar index. So those of you who have followed this channel long enough know that we analyze the dollar index first, and then we use it to correlate it with other pairs. So here you can see that the dollar index, right? Let me scratch it out. So the dollar index has been positive for quite some time, right? It has been positive. Look at here, it broke out of the high there, pulled back and continue. We had a high peaking at $114.59 region. Then since then we dropped, right? Okay, ever since then we've been on a downtrend for some time, even currently on a downtrend. So with this downtrend, but to me it's a correction, right? But then the correction on a trend eventually broke out of the trend line, showing us a buy signal. So now, because the price is high, and then latest news on the Fed is that the Fed are not raising rates, right? So price found the resistance there, right? Because the strong area of resistance, every time price comes here, it resists or it sells, failing to continue. So it found a sell here. Actually, this was the sell from this past week. It was the CPI numbers. So this week as well is a big candle. The CPI was negative, it dropped. So yes, so I'm anticipating, because we broke out of the structure, chances are that we're gonna continue, actually continuing. So I'm anticipating that price will continue further down for the upcoming weeks, because if you can see this area here, this low doesn't have other touches, and in order for a zone to be strong, we need to have one or two to three touches, not only one, at least two touches or more. But usually it's three touches, so we need this. We anticipate that price will drop and then find the touch, and then we'll buy from there, and possibly that will be our first target, the previous high, right? I might be wrong, price can go exact opposite. It happens multiple in different occasions, right? So let's move on to the MT4. I like to analyze from the MT4 because I'll be trading from there and it's convenient for me. Okay, first up is the USDJPY on the daily time frame, right? So on the daily time frame, we see, let me zoom out. If I zoom out, we see that price had a high there, and I've spoken about the rally on the USDJPY multiple times. Go watch the previous videos. I'll drop a link on the description. If you're enjoying this video, just hit the like button, okay? So price was on a rally after it broke there and tested that high here, at least just on the body here, the body of this candlestick, but we haven't tested the high at. Actually, we even hit the high there. So price has been high, right? We hit the high at $151 region. That's the highest high, and then price gave us a first touch, second touch, right? So from there, with this trend, you can see first touch, second touch, third touch. So it's an accurate trend, and then eventually price gave us a first touch, second touch, sellers came in and then sold. So here 1 2, you can see this is the neckline, and then price broke out of the neckline. Even this demand zone, price completely broken out of the demand zone, making it a supply and leaving a candlestick of information, because candlesticks are messengers giving us a message. And then price found a bit of support, went up, and then here we still have buyers who took sells from the previous orders like CPI, right? and other sellers are already even there. See here they were adding more positions. Just this is a pullback because you always move in two ways, impulse and pull correction. So this is an impulse, this is a correction. So I'm anticipating that we'll continue to sell, right? Because on the USD, the retail sentiment, 60% of retail traders are buying the USD JPY and or are buying the USD, and 30%, 40% are selling. So meaning the retail traders tends to be wrong. So if they've been buying, right, let's say they bought there, they got whipped, they bought here, they got whipped, they bought here, luckily they got in, but we'll have to see this magic happen, right? I might be wrong, as I said, price can go a complete direction, news can change, but this is currently what I managed to get out of the fundamental information and comparing it with the technical. So a move from here, breaking out of this demand, breaking this previous low, as we already see that we are on a downtrend, right? This is a downtrend, and what you do, you follow the trend. So we might start to buy when we are on this demand zone, because still the moving average is below price and the dollar is still dominating. It's just that the Fed want to increase rates and the CPI came out negative. Maybe this would be the time when we hit NFP and we'll buy NFP, right? Let me see the 4-hour time frame. Let us see the 4-hour time frame. So here we had a candlestick patterns, impulse, and then the moving average is above price. This is a strong resistance. So if you take orders, take your sell here, stop loss just above the previous high or the previous above structure, and then sell. First take profit could be at $147.146 region, continuing all the way to $145 region. Looking at the EURUSD on the daily time frame, this is also a pair that a setup that is really interesting for this upcoming week. USD correlates with the euro. So if the USD dollar index is going down, the euro USD will buy, right? And if the dollar index is going up, the euro USD will sell or will go down. So we are having a downtrend, right? We've seen price impulse, pullback, bias came in. We've seen price impulse and pullback, bias continue to pile in. This was the CPI candle, shot up, right? And then now we're experiencing a consolidative state whereby the market is not yet decided. It's undecided. It's a range. There's both buyers and sellers. But with what I said, 60% of retail traders are buying the dollar and 40% are selling the dollar. So here is the dollar, right? There's the dollar as a code currency. Meaning, if 60% are buying the dollar, then they are predicting that the USD will buy, which is most of the time the technical traders, the retail traders lose because they do not have enough capital to move the market. And then the market will always follow institutional traders or institutional investors and directions. So I choose to follow that. So first things first, the market is on an uptrend. We cannot say the market is on a downtrend. It was on a downtrend when it was running here, but now it's on an uptrend, and it might start to trend to the downside after reaching their high. Then we might sell from there. Then I'll make another video, right? So for now, we're just waiting for price to break out of that high, and then from there we can take our buy orders. It's going to confirm that we're taking buys, because price impulse right out of this correction with a W pattern 1 2 3, right? Impulse pullback, we're seeing more buyers coming in. Now we're just waiting for price to break out of the resistance area and pull back, then we buy. That's what I'm anticipating for the Euro USD on this upcoming week. This is one of my highly favored setups, right? Looking at the gold on the daily time frame, I decided to zoom out, because if I zoom purely in, okay, you won't see the other side, so it's better this way. I hope you guys can see. So with the gold market, right, price was went down, we got a gap. In the future we might come and close this gap whatsoever. So we're seeing this high being tested multiple times, failed to break, eventually let price ran to 1820 and we came back up, eventually broke out of the structure, meaning there were more buyers coming in, right? And the news accordingly were favoring the gold. Yep. So we broke out of the high with consecutive bullish candlesticks and pulled back, right? After then we found a resistance zone. And then we sold. That's our price move with sells and buys, right? And then still this was a strong demand zone. Price pulled back. More buyers came in after seeing this pin bar candlestick, as it messages that there's more potential to the upside, and the moving average was still below price. So buyers came in. Some position traders and day traders are swing traders are holding trades from here. And then what's left, that's their take profit. So some are taking profits now. So with what I said, that the dollar is going to be bearish, anticipated to be bearish, meaning the gold will rise, right, in value. So we're just waiting for price to break out of the zone at 2006. Then from there, the next target could be at 2047. This is how best I can show you the analysis on gold. Because first things first, the gold market is on an uptrend. The gold market is on an uptrend. Take a look at this. Yep, this is a strong uptrend. Unless price comes and break out of the trend and then pull back and continue maybe dropping here. But for now, we're on an uptrend, guys. Taking a look at the NZDUSD on the daily time frame. So this one is also, remember, I'm on the best setups for this week. So setup pairs that are not here, they are not giving me the best, right? Best possible trading opportunities. I zoomed out because if I zoom in, you won't see the bigger picture. So hope the vision is clear, right? Let me try look at the weekly. Let's try look at the weekly. So on the weekly, if you can see why I'm analyzing this is because Wednesday we have NZD interest rates decision, and it's gonna be a big event because lately the fundamental news have been moving with much volatility. So I'm expecting much volatility. So if you guys are keen and you guys trade fundamental news, then just look on this event on Wednesday at 3 a.m. NZD interest rates decision. So maybe you might be trading technically, but you'll know when to close before the event or after the event, because it'll definitely be some volatility moves if you're trading NZD. So looking at the weekly time frame, moving averages above, identifying the trend was on a downtrend the previous weeks ago, and then we found the consolidative state, then reached a low at 0.577 dollar region. From there we found buyers after getting this doji signal candlestick with an impulsive bullish candle. Then we pulled back and got another bullish, and then eventually broke out. So this actually is a beginning of a new this is the end of a trend, right? Meaning it is a new trend. So this is a high, right? And then price broke out of the high and pulled back. So buyers came in here, and then it's still fresh. So if you can if you're trading NZD, just wait for positive movements. Just price to just break out of the trend here, the previous candlestick, and then take your buy orders. Or if maybe it might pull back, and then you can take your buy, set the stop loss just below the structure, and then first target could be at 0.62377, and then the next target could be at 0.6411 dollar region, right? So we might start to sell from NFP, and then I'll obviously drop another video. Imagine getting a trade there, 60 to 64, that's 4,000 points, which is 400 pips. That could mean with just 0.10 lot size, you can make maybe what, $400. Yep. So I'm interested on the NZDUSD event on Wednesday, the NZD event on Wednesday. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like this video and subscribe, comment all that good stuff. And then let's grow this channel together, and then just trade responsibly, guys. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. Cheers.